In this video, we'll be installing Gromacs in a Windows-like services version of Ubuntu. All the commands that we will use in this video will be in the description of the video below. So, first, we will open up our distribution of Ubuntu. And we're going to make sure everything is up to date by typing sudo apt update, press enter, and then your password. And then we're going to type the same thing, sudo apt, but instead of update, we're going to do upgrade. And that is done. Then we will type clear to clear the terminal. Now that that is done, we can go into the Gromacs webpage, look at the documentation, installation guide. And there we can see that we need a C or C++ compiler, which already comes with Ubuntu. We don't need to do anything for that. And a version of cmake. This we need to install. The easiest way to do it is through using pip. So we need to install pip first and then cmake. How do we install pip? Well, we just use this command right here. Sudo apt install python 3 -pip, and we press enter. That is done, and now we can proceed to install cmake. You can go into this web page, copy this command pip install cmake, copy that, and we paste it here. I already have cmake installed, so you won't see a progress bar, but you should see a progress bar installing cmake. So everything is installed right now. We can clear the screen. And now we can proceed to install Gromacs by following these instructions, okay? Before following the instructions, we need to download Gromacs, which I sort of jumped over. So let's download Gromacs. Let's copy this link right here. Just gonna copy that link. I'm gonna go to the terminal and we're gonna do wget -c and then the link to download Gromacs. That is going to download Gromacs directly into our Active Directory, which if you don't know what directory you're in, you can just simply press pwd and you'll be able to see the directory you are in right now. In my case, Gromacs is already downloaded, so all I have to do is look into my Active Directory, pressing ls and then enter, which is list the Active Directory. And then we can continue to follow the instructions. Now we can untar the Gromacs distribution. We just copy this command right here, paste it here, enter. We press ls to see the content, and we can see a new folder called Gromacs. Now we need to change into that directory or cd into that directory. So we can copy this and press here cd, change into that directory. And there we need to create a folder called build. So I'm gonna copy this, paste it here, make a build directory, press ls to see if it did create it. It's right there. And now we're gonna change into that empty directory. Clear here really quick. Press ls. Yes, the directory or the folder is empty. It's completely new. Now in that empty directory, we can give this command right here to cmake. You press enter. Wait for a little bit. Then we're going to type this. Make. That part can take quite some time, but once it's done, then we can proceed and go for a make check. We copy this command again. We paste it. Make check. It's going to check the installation folders and files. It's going to take a little bit too. Finally, once that is done, which takes some time, we can continue with the installation to finalize it. Just copying this and pasting it again in the terminal. It might ask for a password, press enter, and there we have installed Gromacs. The final step is to source Gromacs so that when we actually input the command to run Gromacs, it runs. How do we do this? We need to go to our home directory by pressing CD on the keyboard and enter. Just clear the terminal quickly. And here we will look for a file called bash.rc. We'll do ls-a. It's right there. And on that file, we're going to paste this bit of code. I'm going to copy this bit of code and we're going to paste it inside bash.rc. How are we going to do that? We're going to type nano dot bash.rc. Then we'll head to the end of the document, the bottom part. We're going to type in a comment. I'm going to write path to Gromacs. And then we paste the copied command, source, and then the rest. Here we press Ctrl S to save, Ctrl S to save, and then Ctrl X to close. And that's it. Now we can just restart our system and Gromacs should run as intended.